Welcome dear students. Today we shall discuss about the origin, distribution and importance of cumin. The scientific name of cumin is Cuminum cyminum, belonging to the family Apiaceae or Umbelliferae. In India, it is known by various names such as zero, zira or Safed zira in Hindi, Safed Jiro in Punjabi, Jiru in Gujarati, Jiriji in Kannada, Zur in Kashmiri, Zirakam in Malayalam, Zerigir in Marathi, Jira, Zira in Odia, Jiraka, Jiro in Sanskrit, Zero in Sindhi, Ziregam or Ziragom in Tamil, Jidakara, Jikaka in Telugu. Cumin or Safed Zira is one of the oldest spices known to mankind. It is the ripe fruit of a slender herb. Cumin seeds are yellowish to grayish brown and have an aromatic odor due to the presence of an aromatic alcohol, cuminol, and a spicy, somewhat bitter taste, and are extremely used as a condiment. Cumin is used as an essential ingredient in all mixed spices and curry powder for flavoring soups, pastries, stews, sausages, pickles, cheese, and for seasoning bakery products such as bread and cakes. Cumin oil is used in soaps, perfumery, and for flavoring liquors and cordials. The absolute is superior to the oil for flavoring. Cumin aldehyde is also used in perfumery. Cumin seeds yield a volatile oil ranging from 2.5 to 4.5%, the chief constituent of which is cumin aldehyde, that is 20 to 40%, which is used in perfumery. In addition to this, seeds also contain a fixed oil, that is 10%, with a strong aromatic flavor. It is also used as an ingredient in many Ayurvedic medicines. It is prescribed as a stimulant and carminative in indigenous medicines. It is an astringent and is useful in flatulence and griping and in conditions of diarrhea and dyspepsia. Cumin seeds are now chiefly used in many veterinary drugs. The distillation residue water of the oil is given to children as carminative and is useful in flatulence and griping. The residue left over after the extraction of volatile oil contains 17.2% protein and 30% fat. It can be used as a cattle feed. The fixed oil could also find use in the oil, fat and soap industries. Now let us talk about origin and distribution of cumin. Cumin is a native of Egypt, Syria, Turkey and the eastern Mediterranean region. It is an important cash crop of India, Argentina, Cyprus, Denmark, Mexico, USSR, Pakistan, Syria, Iran, Morocco, Turkey, China, Indonesia and Japan. Iran is the major world exporter of cumin seed known as green cumin. In India, it is cultivated on a commercial scale in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Tamil Nadu and to some extent in Uttar Pradesh, Punjab and Madhya Pradesh. There are several types of cumin well known in the international trade. These are Iranian cumin, Indian cumin, Egyptian cumin, Turkish cumin and cumin from other regions. The cumin, commonly known as jeera, is an important seed spice crop belonging to family Apiaceae of the order Apiales. It holds more than 22% share of area under spice crops and is the most widely grown seed spice in India with an area share of more than 48% among seed spices. In India, cultivation of this spice is very popular in states of Rajasthan and Gujarat, along with some parts of Madhya Pradesh and Uttar Pradesh during Rabi season. During 2019-20, cumin was cultivated on 8.42 lakh hectares in India, with total production amounting to 5.47 lakh tons. Rajasthan and Gujarat are the leading producers and contribute to nearly 99% of the total production of India. India, as a leading producer, has a world market share of 70%, followed by Syria with 13%, Turkey with 5%, and United Arab Emirates at 3%. These four countries produce about 91% of cumin of the world, while the remaining production comes from other tropical and subtropical Asian and African countries. Cumin as a condiment is vital in composition of mixed spices, curry powders, and it also imparts good flavor to soups, sausages, pickles, etc. Some of the bakery products such as bread and cakes are also seasoned with these seeds in Germany, while in some of the European countries it is used for flavoring cheese. This seed spice is also essential component of varied cuisines such as Iranian, Mexican, Turkish, Cuban, Indian, Southeast Asian, and Egyptian. Cumin is a regular feature in confectionery, beverages, medicines, liquors, sausages, meat, perfumery, and bread manufacturing. In food processing industries, cumin is used as a preservative. Cumin oil has a characteristic flavor and odor due to the presence of flavor component called cuminaldehyde. This seed spice possesses several medicinal properties such as stomachic, carminative, antimicrobial, stimulant, and astringent properties. It is widely used traditionally for treatment of various ailments such as cold, fever, insomnia, flatulence, diarrhea, and other digestive disorders. In Indian veterinary practice, cumin is popularly used as a carminative. In lactating mothers, this spice is said to enhance the secretion of milk after childbirth. External application of mixture of powdered cumin, honey, salt, and butter is a home remedy for scorpion bite. After essential oil extraction from cumin, the byproduct known as archizira has medicinal properties which aids in indigestion. The essential oil of cumin is known to have positive effects on nervous system, reproductive system, gastrointestinal system, and immune system. Apart from this, the cumin essential oil also possesses chemoprotective, antimicrobial, hypoglycemic, antioxidant, and hypolipidemic activity, but therapeutic role of secondary metabolites remains unknown. Alcohol and water extracts of cumin have nutraceutical properties such as antiplatelet aggregation, antioxidant, anti-allergic, and hypoglycemic. Now, let us talk about the botany of this plant. It is a small, slender, annual herb of about 30 to 45 centimeters in height with a much branched, angular or straighted stem bearing 2 or 3 linear leaves, bluish green in color and having a sheathing base. The flowers are white or rose colored, borne in compound umbels. Calyx, 5-toothed gamosepalous. Corolla consists of 5 pink colored but sometimes white colored petals united at the base. Androecium consists of 5 stamens. Anthers mature earlier than the stigma becomes receptive. Gynoecium 2 carpels with syncarpous inferior ovary. Stigma persisting as distinct stylopodium. The commonly known cumin seed is size of schizocarpic fruit, contains single seed. Dear students, now let us talk about the climatic conditions for growing cumin. Cumin grows well in tropical and subtropical areas of world, ideally situated with the 20° to 38° north latitudes. Its cultivation is done best under moderately cold dry climate. Humidity during flowering and seed setting is deleterious as the crop is susceptible to fungal diseases. It requires temperature ranging from 9° centigrade to 26° centigrade for proper growth and development. Frost at the time of flowering and early fruit set has an adverse effect on the crop. Overall, locations having low atmospheric humidity and mild winters are most suited for cumin cultivation. Frequent rains at the time of flowering, fruit setting and maturity leads to incidence of blight and powdery mildew in the crop. The requirement of soil in this plant. Although cumin cultivation can be done on all type of soils, most suitable are sandy soils with low organic matter and clay, or clay loam with fair organic matter. Soil drainage is very crucial as water stagnation and excessive moisture are harmful for the crop. High soil pH also has an adverse effect on the crop and preferred range of 6.8 to 8.3, while the soil suspension has an EC of 14 decisiemens per meter, which is suitable for its cultivation. Saline soil or saline irrigation water results in better seed filling in cumin. Apart from deep and shallow soil, gravelly soil with good porosity and drainage are also suitable for this crop. Now let us talk about different varieties of cumin. There are 4 cultivars of cumin. One tall, second dwarf, third one is pink flowered and the fourth is white flowered. The pink flowered variety yields better than the white flowered variety. There are various improved varieties such as RS1. It is developed in Rajasthan, slightly late maturing with bold, hairy, aromatic seeds. It gives 10 to 12% higher yields than the local varieties. Another variety is MC43. It is a medium duration variety, that is, it takes 110 to 115 days to cultivate. It is evolved at Gujarat Agricultural University, Jagudan. It is tolerant to wilt and blight diseases. The seed yield is 580 kg per hectare. Another variety is UG19. This has a good attractive seed which shows better resistance to wilt. Another variety UC220. This variety produces about 208 kg seeds having a volatile oil content of 3.53% in seeds and yielding about 7.34 kg of oil. Another variety is UC217. The seed yield in this variety is 218 kg and the oil recovery is 7.42 kg per hectare. The volatile oil content of the seeds is 3.4%. Another variety is JC147. This variety can yield 269 kg seeds from which 9.16 kg of volatile oil could be recovered. The seeds contain 3.4% volatile oil. Now let us talk about variety Gujarat Cumin 1, that is GC1. This variety gives 23% higher yield than MC43. It has the capacity to yield 700 kg per hectare and has better resistance to wilt and powdery mildew diseases. This variety is also free from lodging and seed shattering. The crop duration is 105 days. Now, Gujarat Cumin 2nd. This is a pure line selection from M2 of gamma irradiated seeds of MC48. The plants are bushy with a good branching habit. It gives an average yield of 700 kg per hectare. It is moderately resistant to Fusarium wilt, Alternaria blight and powdery mildew diseases. The variety matures in 100 days. Now, another variety, Gujarat Cumin 3. This variety is derived by recurrent selection from an introduction from West Germany received through NBPGR, New Delhi. It is the first wilt resistant variety of medium maturity, that is 98 days. The plants are a bushy type, 21.8 centimeter in height. The variety produces 663 kg per hectare and possesses 3.3% essential oil. The seeds are pungent with a good aroma and are dark grey in color. Now let us talk about the variety S404. This is an old selection from local germplasm made at the Spice Research Station, Jaudan, Gujarat Agricultural University, Gujarat. It gives an average yield of 350 kg per hectare and is moderately resistant to powdery mildew diseases. The crop duration is 105 days. Another variety, Rajasthan Zira RZ19. This is a recurrent selection from UC19 made at the SNJ College of Agriculture, Jobiner, Rajasthan. This is a late variety maturing in 125 days and is well adapted to late sown conditions. The variety can yield 500 kg per hectare and is tolerant to Fusarium wilt and Alternaria blight diseases. Now let us talk about another variety UG198. This is highly tolerant to wilt and is very rich in volatile oil, that is 5 to 6% compared to 3% in other varieties. But its grains are somewhat fragile and are not suitable for marketing. Another variety is UG223. This variety can yield 301 kg of seeds and the oil recovery is 10.23 kg per hectare. The seeds contain 3.40% of essential oil. Another variety, SEL7-3. This variety has been released from the Indian Institute of Agricultural Research, New Delhi. It is high yielder and is resistant to wilt disease. CJS 182. This variety was released from the IARI, New Delhi. This is a high yielder preferred for commercial cultivation. The exotic cultivars EC232684, EC243373, EC24375 and EC109635 are found resistant to Fusarium wilt diseases. Now let us talk about cultivation and propagation of cumin. Cumin is propagated through seeds and the seed rate varies with the method of sowing. The broadcast method requires more and the line sowing requires less quantity of seeds. Land preparation. The root system of the crop is confined to the upper 6 inches and hence shallow cultivation is advised. The porousness and friableness of the soil plays a very vital role in germination and crop growth. The land is prepared well by plowing and planking. Plots of 2 into 2.5 meter are made after the final preparation of land just before sowing. Now let us talk about sowing. The best time of sowing is the first fortnight of November. If the soil moisture is not adequate, a pre-sowing light irrigation should be given prior to the tillage operations. However, sowing can be done up to 15th December. The late sowing of the crop results in reduced in yield and increased infestation of insect, pest and diseases. The sowing of seeds can be done either by broadcasting or line sowing. In case of the broadcasting method of sowing, generally 10 to 20 kg seeds per hectare is required, whereas in line sowing 9 to 12 kg seeds per hectare is needed. In order to hasten germination, soaking the seeds with potassium nitrate 100 parts per million for 24 hours is best. Seed treatment before sowing is a must, which can be done by using Agrosan GN or Difoltan at 3 gram per kg of seed. Line sowing is done at 22.5 to 30 centimeter into 15 centimeter spacing and is preferred over broadcasting. The depth of sowing should be 1.5 to 2 centimeter. Normally, if sowing is done properly, the seeds germinate in 5 to 7 days. Now let us talk about manures and fertilizers required. It is recommended to apply well-rotten farmyard manure at the rate of 10 to 15 tons per hectare to the field at the time of the land preparation. In addition, an application of 25 is to 20 is to 20 or 50 is to 50 is to 80 kg or 30 to 40 kg each of nitrogen, phosphorus and potassium per hectare is considered to be optimum for the satisfactory growth of the crop. Half the dose of nitrogen, the whole of P205 and potassium 20 can be applied as the basal dose, followed by the remaining half of nitrogen at 30 days after planting as a top dressing. Now let's talk about irrigation. Light irrigation has to be given just after sowing and the second after 7 to 8 days of sowing. The irrigation interval between two irrigations can be kept at 12 to 15 days, taking into consideration the climate and the soil type. The crop requires totally 4 to 5 irrigations. It is essential to provide irrigation at the time of flowering and seed formation. Irrigation should be withheld at the time when the crop is maturing, as this may adversely affect the seed quality. Now let us talk about interculture. Weeds are an important problem in cumin cultivation as they compete with the crop for resources while contaminating the seed. So in order to achieve a robust growth of the crop, weed management should be done at appropriate times. To keep the crop free of weeds and to break the soil crust, another 2 to 3 weedings are needed. Some of the common weed infesting cumin fields are Ziri, Plantago pumila, Piazzi, Asphodilus tenuifolius, Bathau, Chenopodium album, Pilisanji, Melilotus indica, Khartois, Chenopodium morale. Among these weeds, Ziri is of the serious concern as it bears close resemblance to cumin plant and can easily become a contaminant, thus reducing its crop's market value. Pre-emergence application of flucloraline at the rate of 0.77 to 1 kg or basalin at the rate of 2.5 kg or stamp F34 at the rate of 3.33 kg per hectare can be done. Besides this, pre-emergence application of oxydiagal at the rate of 75 grams per hectare has been found to yield very effective results for weed control at NRCSS Ajmer. Now let's talk about harvesting and yield. Cumin generally attains maturity in about 90 to 120 days. Physiological maturity, as indicated by yellowing of plants, is the most appropriate stage to obtain produce of high quality. Complete drying of plants has adverse effect on the crop quality. Apart from this, prolonged sun drying of the crop prior to threshing is not advisable as it lowers the crop quality and has deleterious effects on oil content of seed. Harvest the crop early in the morning to avoid grain shattering, followed by beating and trampling it on a clean threshing floor. In case of large scale cultivation, threshing can also be with the help of a thresher, which is very popular among the farmers nowadays. There have been attempts to design modified seed harvesters for cumin. After harvesting, cumin is cleaned and graded with the help of mechanical devices. The thoroughly cleaned cumin seeds can be stored with 78% moisture level at 40% equilibrium relative humidity. Seeds can be stored in polythene film lined gunny bags in a well ventilated, dry and cool place till next sowing season. Now let's talk about processing of cumin. The dried fruit or seed is crushed and distilled immediately to obtain the essential oil. Steam distillation is usually carried out. The oil recovery ranges from 2.5 to 4.5%. Older seeds yield lesser oil. On an average, an oil yield of 25 to 30 kg per hectare is obtained. The volatile oil is colorless or pale yellow, turning dark on storage. The oil could also be extracted by the supercritical fluid extraction (SCFE) process. Cumin oil is often adulterated with synthetic cumin aldehyde, the presence of which in small quantities cannot be detected by routine analysis, and higher percentage affect the optical rotation. In addition to volatile oil, the seed oil contains about 10% of fixed greenish brown oil with a strong aromatic flavor. It is a semi-drying oil with an iodine value of 92%. Cumin oleoresin is also obtained from the seeds. Now let us talk about the value-added products. The value-added products are cumin powder, cumin oil and cumin oleoresin. Now let's talk about the benefits of cumin. Cumin seeds contain naturally occurring substances that work as antioxidants. That means that these substances called apigenin and luteolin keeps the tiny free radicals that attack healthy cells from being successful. Antioxidants help you feel healthier and more energetic, and they help keep your skin from looking aged. Cumin appears to have the ability to keep cancer cells from multiplying, according to some experiments. In one study, rats that were fed cumin were protected from colon cancer. Researchers in another study found that out of 9 popular herbs and spices, basil and cumin were the most powerful anti-carcinogenic plants. Traditional medicine practitioners have recommended cumin for the treatment of diarrhea for centuries. Western medicine is starting to catch on to this benefit of cumin. An extract of cumin seeds was given to rats that were experiencing diarrhea. Researchers concluded that the extract helped to cure their symptoms. Cumin was used as a part of an herbal drug trial for diabetes. The drug successfully helped people with diabetes to manage their condition. Diabetic animals in lab studies were also found to benefit from consuming cumin. It's generally accepted that cumin oil is a hypoglycemic agent. The oil extracted from cumin seeds has been used as an effective larvicide and antiseptic agent. The oil even kills strains of bacteria that are resistant to other antiseptics. Researchers believe trusted sources that cumin could help kill harmful bacteria that's trying to attack your immune system. This may explain why cumin has been used as a preservative in food for centuries. The active ingredients in cumin seeds have an anti-inflammatory, antiseptic effect. This means that if you have pain or inflammation that trigger other conditions, cumin in your diet may counter these effects. The essential oil of cumin alone wasn't found to have anti-inflammatory properties, but the cumin seeds themselves work to reduce pain and inflammation in a laboratory study done on rats. A hypolipidemic is a substance that helps your body control high levels of fats that hurt your heart and cholesterol levels. Cumin is considered to have hypolipidemic properties. A dietary supplement of cumin powder mixed in yogurt helped reduce cholesterol in one study. Another group of people with high cholesterol had beneficial results after consuming cumin. Several group studies have looked into ways cumin can help you lose weight. More research is needed, but results of these studies are promising. Overweight women that were given cumin powder and ate a healthy diet showed improvement. Trusted sources in their weight and vital statistics. Another study showed that a mixed population of overweight men and women saw improvement. Trusted source in their weight equal to taking a popular diet pill. Researchers have evaluated cumin extract for treating the cramps, digestive spasms, nausea, and bloating associated with irritable bowel syndrome. Cumin extract was able to treat these symptoms for as long as participants were consuming it in one study. The trusted source. It's so effective that researchers hope cumin might be an effective replacement for people who cannot afford expensive prescription drugs to treat their irritable bowel syndrome. Cumin can help your body by stimulating your central nervous system to be more effective. This can result in a sharper memory and greater control over your limbs. Cumin might even be able to help treat Parkinson's disease because of its contribution to the body's central nervous system function. Now, in conclusion, cumin finds wide use in kitchen as well as in traditional medicine. It is a nutritionally rich crop with a distinct flavor as a virtue of the essential oil present in it. Flavor of cumin is direct function of its essential oil content. Also in recent times, popularity of cumin along with other spices and condiments have risen, which has led to increase in its demand. India, the global leader in the production of cumin and a major consumer of this produce. All these factors make cumin an active cash crop which can be explored further in the areas where it is not grown presently. So, dear students, we have outlined the successful cultivation operations which are practiced in the main cumin growing areas of India. The adoption of scientific package of practices for cultivation will boost the production while dealing with the constraints in an effective way. So, dear students, I hope you have understood this lecture and gained important knowledge about cumin. Thank you very much.